But whether we are live.
Wow, Nick Capper's in the chat. It's me. I'm in the chat, and I'm here. How crazy is that, Ian?
It's bonkers. Hello everybody. Welcome to the 32nd episode, consecutive weekly episode of Have a Beer, Yes the Year.
Yes.
The show that's taking the internet by storm.
By storm. By storm, we mean it's giving the internet a good break. A nice.
The show that wouldn't die.
Yeah.
Here we go. We've got a few people in the house, literally and metaphorically, and we've got the searchlight on us as well here.
Yes.
It's making my cheeks look. This is shiny.
This is so fun. It's just so hard for me to get used to the podcasting in a pub. Like it is the new low of what a pub is meant to be used for. Before this it was books and stuff. Like people reading books. Actually, I wouldn't mind reading a book in a pub. I don't know. Have you ever done that?
Have I read a book in a pub?
Yeah.
I've read, this might surprise you or not, but I've read less than 10 books cover to cover since I left school.
Really? Oh man.
Discounting books I read to my children.
Okay, alright. Yeah, okay. In that case, 12. Guys, we are here. We got a crew. We've got four people here tonight. It is nuts. Okay, so we've stabilised. That's good.
It is good.
Okay, we had 3 the first time.
I think
we got 4 last. Did we have 4 last week or 5?
4.
We had 4.
Yeah.
So we've stabilised.
Well, I think in Steve Martin's autobiography, which I haven't read.
Oh yes,
obviously. Yeah, I believe you'll be able to tell me, but he said that he knew he was on his way down when he had been like a 3,000-seater auditorium and 50 seats were empty.
Yeah, that's when he quit, when he saw empty seats.
Yeah. And so, welcome everyone. We got that.
If it goes down to 3 next week, we're in trouble.
No,
we are
being fair, we're in a 6-seater auditorium and it's full. So, so shut up, Steve Martin.
That is so true. Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I've been loving it. It's just so cool. So good to meet you guys. You know, me in person. And they got to see me behind the scenes. When I got here about 2 hours before the show started, I had my researchers, had a lot of phones out, computers. It was crazy, wasn't it, Ian?
It was.
The amount of research I do for this.
It's unreal, actually. I mean, his team has gone home, but
I had a dictator. You know when I just talk and they type?
I thought you meant a different type of dictator.
Dictator.
I had Colonel Gaddafi with me, just with a briefcase full of notes.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un came over to help me out. He helped me out with a lot of the Korean questions.
Yeah, they do say it's a very good career move to have Kim Jong-un in your portfolio.
And he didn't. You guys just think Ian read that off a bit of paper that you prepared earlier. No way. That was straight off the cuff.
No, and that joke went south very quickly. Here we go.
And I think I don't think that'd be funny if the deep militarized zone.
Oh, we've got off to a strong start here.
Yes. What is everyone drinking? Sorry, guys. What is everyone drinking?
We've got hello, Cal. Kaleidoscope 8:30 comes so fast these days. I presume that's a daylight savings comment.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And let us know if you can hear us okay. The music's a bit loud here, but we think the audio's pretty good at the moment, so do let us know. Not obviously if you're here, the audio is probably fine, but it's
right. What do you got, Ian? What are you drinking tonight, mate?
I am drinking the Hop Nation Clouds thing. Yeah.
Hop Nation. 7 Cloud or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it good? You loving it?
Yeah, it tastes a bit like Sky Juice.
Sky Juice. Okay. Is that your first one, Ian?
It actually
I'm here
is.
researching for hours, and you were here drinking.
It really is. And have you been at work today?
No, today I had to film an ad, so you won't see me on the
Get out of
TV
town.
soon, guys. Yes.
Hold on, were you in front of the camera or behind the camera?
I was both. Yeah, I was directing
Wow.
and starring.
Do you know Instagram stories isn't
Yeah.
isn't it?
Really?
Technically an ad.
Really? Oh, God. Yeah, no, I did that today. It was great.
For the television.
Yes. So you'll see me on the television soon, guys. And yeah, that was fun. I got sunburned, I think, a little bit. Did I get a little bit sunburned? Yeah.
Somewhere I got a really shiny face. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if the sun does that to you. Or
Did you work today, Ian? Are you feeling okay? Ian, can we have under 6 drinks tonight? Because every Friday I've got up wanting to die.
yes, yeah.
Every Friday in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Last week we stayed at the West Side Ale Works.
Yeah.
So good, such a great pub. We couldn't get out of there. And I think I drank 6 or 7 beers, and then went to the fridge, saw they had the Belgian Beaver Peanut Butter Stout, got that, and got 2 other beers as well. Still haven't drank the red IPA you recommended. And I felt like death on Friday. I got nothing done.
I think you might have drank more than me. But I think that might have been when I was next to you outside as you were waiting for your girlfriend to pick you up. And I just wanted to stay with you so that you felt safe.
Yeah. That was nothing to do with you having trouble riding your bike.
No, I was very fine on my bike. But you'd already cracked the Traveller before you were in motion. So maybe it's something to do with that.
I was very pepped up. We had a great night, great crew last week. So, it's great.
It's excellent. I'd like to say to everybody as well, and everybody here as well, save the date. Got to work out the details. Whatever's happening, but a Chosen Brew podcast event is going to be happening on December the 13th. Sunday, December the 13th. It's going to be around midday. That's when the start of it's going to happen. But it is the Chosen Brew Beer podcast for birthday.
Wow.
On that day. So, most podcasts don't last till 20 episodes statistically.
Yes.
And we're still doing this.
It's been going for 4 years.
4 years.
Mate, it's such a great podcast. Congratulations.
Yeah, I thought your episode was particularly good.
Particularly good? Yeah, I don't know. It was all right. That was when I first met you, and I think I was hungover that day as well, because the comedy festival had been cancelled the day before, so I decided to celebrate by drinking every beer in the Cooper's Inn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the first beer we had that day was an absolute belter. On tap was Wolf of the Willows, the Woodsman.
Oh, yes. Very nice beer.
It was tasty. It can be a little bit indifferent, but that day was tasting amazing. So, excellent. I have closed off the chat on my computer. Kappa is still reading chat on his computer. So say what you want. But welcome, everyone. We're going to kick it off.
Yes.
Have a beer guest of the year. Kappa's in charge of giving the clues this week.
Okay. Well, guys, after all my research, it's hard to choose, But I thought I would start off with an easy question, Ian. An easy question. Because you know a lot about sport, you do your Wheel Sport podcast. So let's get ready for Have a Beer Guest of the Year. First answer. You have
First question. What is the year this week? What?
And we're out. The football club, Red Star Belgrade, in Serbian, the Crvena Zvezda, is formed in Belgrade, Yugoslavia.
I think Red Star Belgrade, I think they've won a European Cup.
Really?
I think.
Wow.
Which is a remarkable achievement. I think they have. I know they've certainly played Liverpool in the European Cup. I'm not talking. I think they did play them recently, but talking back in maybe the 70s.
I went to Belgrade, and it is fantastic. Yeah. It is the best city.
I can imagine.
Yeah. There's old bullet holes everywhere. People are a bit afraid rating you, but people are also very friendly. Heaps of shit, dive bars. It's great.
Like Maury.
Yeah. There was no I did a stand-up comedy gig there, and you might know this, Ian. But I opened with a joke. I was wearing a tuxedo at the time when I did the gig. It gave no reference to why I was wearing a tuxedo, and just said, "I noticed you guys don't have a lot of flat surfaces in Belgrade." Belgrade, more like Belgradian, and not one laugh. And guys, I gotta say that language barriers don't work with the comedy, because that is a great joke. Okay, I think it is.
Making a joke about gradients, and then it all goes downhill from there.
Why haven't I thought of that? I've told that story so many times. Oh, Ian, I need you to punch up my stuff.
Be a comedy writer for you, Kappa. We've fallen into a niche none of us expected.
Yes. Also, maybe I bought a hat at the fort there, not to look like a tourist. You know when you don't want to look like a tourist, so you buy a hat at the fort.
Yeah.
I bought this army hat, and then they said, "Oh, it's probably not wise to wear a Serbian war criminal hat on stage."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, maybe that's another reason why they... So it turns out the Belgradian joke was good. They were just turned off by that.
But also, why were they selling like a war criminal's hat at the fort?
No idea. I guess to go, hey, this was the time, I don't know. We could buy a Nazi helmet from a German castle just to have.
Well, I've got a few at home.
Enough with the Ian's support of a different mask. Okay. All right. A team at American Science Lidl Laboratories, led by Yella Agrada Sobrow, announces...
You want to use Google Translate?
Yeah, how can you have so many fucking words in one sentence?
I think the problem isn't the words.
No, it's the words wrong. My research, I'll have to find. Yes. Announces they have obtained folic acid in pure crystalline form. This vitamin is abundant in green leaf vegetables, liver, kidney, and yeast.
And they found it, they discovered it in this year.
They obtained folic acid in pure crystalline form.
Okay. Folic acid is important, particularly for pregnant women, I believe.
Okay.
Because that's something that they need during pregnancy.
Okay. Yes.
So having it in crystal form.
Okay.
I mean, I'll probably go for a bit on the black market. Crystal folic.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
No.
Okay. Clint, he's on a fixation IPA.
Classic.
Jared, he's given us. Maybe he's wrong, maybe he's right. Someone's drinking Mountain Blast. Is that the non-alcoholic bit? Anyway, okay, let's keep going. All right, 28 nations signed an agreement creating the World Bank.
Oh.
So
28 nations
think of the
make the World Bank. It's
like NAB in different languages.
The World Bank. Okay.
Yes.
So the World Bank, 28 countries. That's a lot. I wouldn't have expected it to be that many.
Yeah.
All in one go.
Is the World Bank, is that like a safe bank? You know, because you have the Swiss banks and things like that to save the cash. Is the World Bank was like, hey, all right, let's all be safe and put the money safely here.
I think the World Bank might be a way for rich countries to leverage their might against developing countries. I think.
Gotcha. All right.
But they do have a great savings account.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you love to have a credit card with the World Bank on?
It's so good, and you wouldn't get those pesky ATM fees.
No. Yeah, it'd be like the
in different countries.
it'd be like the United Colours of Benetton.
Yeah,
Like, we all just join together, and bank together. Do they still do that? They don't still charge you for using other banks.
No, but when you go
ATM.
overseas, they really rip you. But, they showed me which ones you got to avoid overseas. There's a documentary where there's like these yellow and blue ones you got to avoid because they make you take heaps of money out and the exchange rate is horrible. And they rip you off.
Yeah, and I imagine when you're in Belgrade, walking into a bank with a war criminal's hat, they just said, take what you want.
Yeah. Man, I looked at that and I was like, whenever I've been overseas, I do not give a shit about what ATM I'm going to go to. If it takes my card, that's it. I'm like, I would have got scared so bad. Anyway, why not?
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
All right. Women are allowed to vote in the French legislative election for the first time. So this is one of those tricky ones, Ian.
Wow.
It could be 1901 or it could be 2010.
Yes. I thought it's a weird one because in some ways France are very progressive and in other ways they are exceptionally backwards.
Yeah.
Like I think they ban the burger, they have put they all try to get rules through that ends up like students out on the streets. But the thing is about France is that students go out on the streets, but they're there for weeks.
Yeah.
They'll go, nah, we're going to see this through. And I admire that.
Yeah, I think that's great. Yeah, in Australia, that would be like,
yeah, you go for a Saturday and by a Sunday you're like, oh,
the government goes, look, how about we make it a public holiday? And you're like, oh, all right, I disagree with it. However, it's like Melbourne Cup, people are like, don't kill horses and stuff. And they're like, public holiday.
Yeah.
We're not going to argue too much.
yeah, we've got to stop this horse race because of cruelty to animals. Should we just go and get a burger?
Yeah, that's how I actually did that. I didn't celebrate the Melbourne Cup, but I got a steak or something. Anyway. All right.
Dear.
Okay. This was a hard year to do. Hard year to do it. Astrid Lindgren's children's book, Pippi Langström, is published in Sweden, and its English translation as Pippi Longstocking.
Pippi Longstocking?
Yeah, it's also easy.
Oh.
So, this is weird, okay? So, this Swedish children's book comes out, right?
Yeah.
It's a hit, people love it. How do they know it's going to kick off in England? How do they know who reads this in Swedish and goes, oh yeah, this is going to be a big hit?
I suppose the same people who sit on a average chair that they've had to make and they go, this will be a big thing in England.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo or something where you see the movie in Swedish first and you're like, oh yeah, this is sick. I'd love to see this in English.
Yeah.
It's not like that, it's a children's book.
I think though there's a bit of Scandinavian history of children's literature with Hans Christian Andersen.
Yeah,
was a big one. So Roald Dahl, his family from Norway. Yeah. So maybe there's something to be said for
the Hives, the band.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked them when I wasn't a kid. When I was young.
I couldn't listen to their music without having an anti-history.
Oh man, it's getting quicker and they're getting worse. They're getting worse. The speed versus quality is really, there's a juxtaposition there.
Yeah. I also like the band The Bees as well. They sang the soundtrack for Senna, the movie documentary.
Really?
Yeah. Bees.
I'm waiting for this.
No, joke. It's just that you said the Hives. You said the Hives. It reminded me of the Bees.
They did the soundtrack to this.
But as I do remember, I bought the Bees album and they charged me £80 for the CD.
Yeah.
I got stung.
See, I knew it was coming. I knew it, and I walked right into it. They covered it up with the centre thing.
No, they did do the centre. It's very good.
Yeah, far out.
Hayne Centre died. Spoilers. Right, so.
What do we got on the chat here? Kelvin's missing the one tonight. One of the best pubs in Melbourne. But alas, I've escaped Melbourne for the first time since March.
Wow. Where's Calvin been? Over college? Where's he been?
Yeah.
I've escaped.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. I think everyone's having a tough time. The chat's a little quiet tonight, which is fine. I'm liking it because I am really worried about this one. This one's put a lot of pressure on me.
I'm pretty worried about this one because none of the clues that you said has even given me a ballpark of a decade.
All right, what about this one, Ian? This one will help you out.
I like the way you got a bit angry there.
This one will help you out a lot.
Okay.
Now, we all know, Ian, that you're quite punctual. You like to tell the time and see the time. You're a huge fan of the time. So, this year, it's the first time the alarm clock is made. So, sorry, not the alarm clock. The Teletron introduces the model Musalam, the first clock radio.
Oh, that's a big thing. Yeah, the clock radio. Do you remember the cheap clock radios you get, and there was just that little inexplicable like wire on the back? Yeah, but you didn't really know what to do with it, and then some of them come with a longer one that they suggested you should glue tack to the wall for the antenna or something.
My nana's still got in her house a double bed with the clock radio in the head.
On the headboard.
Yeah. You know when a clock radio was just really annoying to get to when it was right beside your bed? You know how you would like a clock radio in between you and your loved one just to wake you both up? Yeah.
Yeah, I've read Simon.
That's when you know the
reason. In the morning.
Yeah. That's when you know the love is gone, when you want a clock radio with the radio.
But do you know that the big seller in the UK was Teas Made? Do you know about the Teas Made? So the Teas Made it's like a clock radio, but it would wake you up with the alarm. But just before you set the alarm, so if you set the alarm for 8 o'clock in the morning, 5 minutes to 8, it would start making a brew.
Oh.
Like there was a machine to start boiling the water.
Really?
And then put the water in, drop the tea back up.
I think we discussed this back before, but this is how crazy the Brits are about tea. Was that in the war they found out why a lot of their tanks were getting destroyed. They found most of the tanks were destroyed while the Brits were cooking tea, like having a tea outside of the tank. So one of the ways they won the war is they started putting tea boilers inside the tank.
Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's the best clue you've given them. It doesn't go to the year. But that is so good. Yeah. And even to this day, the people who work on the power grid, the national grid in the UK, deciding where all the surges of power are going to come from. So they sit in their booth and they watch EastEnders, Coronation Street, and they get ready with a button to send the surge when the advert break comes on or EastEnders finishes, because they know hundreds of thousands of kettles are going to be switched on straight afterwards. It's the only country it happens. It's a really uniquely British phenomenon. That 17 million people watch Coronation Street, and then they know that it's going to be a match, so they're calling in power reserves from France to back it up, just so because everyone puts on the kettle, and obviously that's a high-power device, and then everyone's doing it at the same moment, so you need to back up the supply.
That is so funny.
It's so good, isn't it?
That is so funny.
You can watch, maybe, I don't know if you can get on YouTube or whatever, but I think Andrew Marr did a show in the UK for BBC called written from above, and they actually featured this guy and it's just one guy on his own just watching Coronation Street, and then he's hovering over the button. Just he's like the most exciting job, most boring guy. It's like, what happens if he doesn't press that button? What happens if he's like, oh, just say this call, and then the ad comes on and then the kettle won't work? And,
oh man, that is great. Stuart D said that his dad had a cheese made for years. He brought it out with him when he retired to Australia.
one more comment.
Yeah,
that is right. Filthy man.
But he couldn't use it anymore because he found out Australian milk would stay fresh overnight.
Oh, I thought he was talking about a woman. When he said his tea's made, I was thinking, oh, he's brought his tea's made out to Australia. I thought it was code. But no, it's an actual device, yeah. It's an actual, we're hearing.
Take a jug of milk, sit it by the tea's made at night, but then say the milk goes off overnight.
So we're hearing that Stuart D's dad used to keep a jug of milk next to the tea's made. So when the tea was brewed, he could pour it in. But in Australia, it would go off overnight. So the experience was dampened by that. So, but I think there's still a market for like having like a coffee waiting for you as soon as you wake up.
Yeah.
Like, even like for the smell. Imagine waking up every morning, you got a smell of the coffee cracking over.
I think that'd be okay, but I kind of like getting up and putting the kettle on and walking around a bit, getting a bit, you know, if it was right there, if I had the coffee straight in, I could have a heart attack.
I also think about tea's mates is that they started making the tea and then the alarm went off. But if you've ever been in the room with a tea's mate, it's like it's like if you don't wake up before the alarm, there's something wrong with you. It's so bad.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, the other morning my girlfriend and I went for a walk, and I'm never in a bad mood. But we didn't have a coffee before we went on the walk. The other walk to get the coffee. And she said, you got something in your ear, like you got wax or something in your ear. And I was like, not now. Let's just get to the coffee. I was like, nitpick me about all my bad habits after the coffee. Just fire away. Do your worst. All right. Okay. Clint wants me to give Craig P a big kiss, but we'll wait till a few more of these.
And the vaccine before we do that.
Maybe Clint needs about a whole. Send a keg. No, Craig. Sorry, Clint. You send the keg. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's zoom through it. We got Fleabag coming on soon. They played it in the pub.
It's funny. Fleabag is on its 38th episode.
Yeah.
So.
They extended it. The cartoon character Yosemite Sam debuts in Hair Trigger.
Okay.
So that's a scary one because was Yosemite Sam debuted in black and white or colour, or was he an early character or a late character? Never know. Anyway,
You're supposed to be the one giving the clues.
I am giving the clues, but I thought I'd scare you a bit. Whoa, what are the boys got here? Good day, Craig P.
We've got some can action going on down here. We've got the Wolf of the Willows. Craig has just actually punched the air with delight at his beer, so we're going to find out what that is. And Shoopy's got the Bridge Road Classic, the Robust Porter. Nitro.
Oh, man, I think
It's all going very exciting here. If you're not here live, you need to get to the next one. Who knows where it'll be from?
We've stabilised on 4 people.
We will have this organised by we'll give you plenty, like at least 14 hours notice.
I wonder what Steve Martin's advice would be for for live YouTube streams. Okay.
I wonder what Steve Martin's advice would be if someone in the audience got a beer and punched the air.
Yeah.
On a different level.
He literally punched the air. He was like, yeah. Like,
So good.
So happy about it. Okay. All right. Assembly of the world's first general-purpose electronic computer. The electronic numerical integrator, analyzer, and computer. I don't know why it's got "and computer" at the end. The ENIAC is completed by the United States, covering 1,800 square feet of floor space. That is 170 square meters.
1,800 square feet.
Yes.
For the computer. Okay. I have often complained about carrying my laptop around because it's too heavy. A 13-inch screen laptop going,
Yeah.
come on. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, so the electronic numerical integrator, analyzer, and computer. Just in case you didn't think it was a computer. You're like, well, it's an electronic numerical integrator, analyzer. But is it a computer? It looks like a big calculator to me. It's like 170 square meters of calculator.
An integrator analyzer sounds like someone who would work for immigration.
Yeah. It sounds like one of those useless jobs in that sector. Okay. William Lyon Mackenzie King is re-elected as Canadian Prime Minister.
William King. I mean, that is offensive for Canada to have a king of their own in the Commonwealth.
Yeah. What was this guy, William Lyon Mackenzie King, what was he kicked out for? Why was he re-elected?
Presumably because there was a democratic process. I know this has been skewed this year.
Yes.
But surely he would be re-elected because he lost one election.
Okay. Sorry.
Is it the computer slowing down or you?
No, I'm slowing down because Clint just put in that he thought up until he was about 25, he thought 70 Sam's name was Ghost Mike Sam, and that's exactly what I thought. I just read it fully. What is it? Phonetically.
Yeah.
Ghost Mike Sam.
Yeah, well, eventually, mate, that goes to far.
But not until I was 25, till I was like 18. Wait, you moron. Okay. The Holy Crown of Hungary is found in Matzi, Austria, by the United States.
The Holy Crown
of Hungary. By the United States. The US government keeps the crown in Fort Knox. For safekeeping.
Fort Knox is one of those things that I heard so often growing up.
What is Fort Knox?
Like, I don't think it was such a reference point in the UK, certainly.
Yeah,
it's like, it's like Fort Knox.
Yeah,
it's like when you're trying to get in there, it's like getting Fort Knox.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know was a real place.
Yeah.
Isn't there a brand of like bike lock or something or shelf storage called Fort Knox?
Shelf storage.
That is,
man, as the Fort Knox name carries through to such a fantastic new age.
Yeah. I was gonna build a castle in the suburb of Knox. I call it Castle Knox.
So
it'd be really easy to break into.
That's great. I'm gonna build a fort in the suburb of Knox and call it the Knox Trench. Okay.
I was gonna build.
Come on, give me another one.
A castle in the suburb of Knox, made of granite, and call it Hard Knox.
That's not bad. There you go. That was pretty quick. My friend Shane Madison, he was a great comic. He's still alive. He doesn't do comedy anymore. But
He's just got worse.
He had a great joke. He goes, if I ever lived in Alaska, I would build a laksa shop and call it Shane's Food. Still one of my favorite jokes today.
Very good. Very good.
Okay. The Empire of Japan establishes the Empire of Vietnam, a puppet state which will only last for a small amount of time, a couple of months. Bao Dai as its rule.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I know the French were in Vietnam, but
Yes.
wow, that is ambitious.
Yeah.
When the Japanese invade your country, I mean, the Vietnamese must be really annoyed. I think I used that last
You
week.
used that a few times. All right. Well, man, I've got a few ones left.
I'm glad because I do not know what this year is. I'm looking around.
So these next three could really give it away.
Okay.
So
Are you actually going to give it away?
Yeah. The year is okay. January of this year. The Allied advance from Paris to the Rhine continues. The United States Army crosses the Siegfried Line.
Oh, okay. So the World Bank Siegfried Line. The Siegfried Line.
Yes. What is the Siegfried Line? That's in Germany. No.
The Siegfried Line is no point of mine. Okay, the Allied USA. Okay. I'm more of a ballpark, I think. I'm trying to piece together some of those other clues. Dippy Long Stockings, the Siegfried Line. Is that where the stockings go up to? And then you've got World Bank.
I got two more.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Franklin D. Roosevelt is sworn in for another term as the President of the United States. The only president to exceed 2 terms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Not like any of these one-term losers.
Yeah.
One term, mate. FDR had 3.
I think FDR, yeah, I think had 4. 4? Yeah. 4. Yeah.
Oh, so he played golf as well.
That one didn't even make sense, but I kind of got it. You know, I know.
It's good having an audience to explain my jokes.
It's very good. It's so small. When the link is that small, it doesn't make it funny.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, great one. All right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy.
I don't know if FDR.
Is this show making me crazy?
I don't know if FDR played a lot of golf, but he spent a lot of time in the bunker.
Yes. See? That was good with a lot of speed. Quality, yeah, I mean, it's better than the 4-1. Okay, now I can give you more clues, but this last clue could really give it away.
Okay.
Anne Frank dies of typhus in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp.
Now, you know, I told you at the start of this episode that I had only read less than 10 books cover to cover. Anne Frank's diary holds a special place for me because that too is one of the books I've never read. So did Justin Bieber have some sort of problem at Anne Frank's? Did he visit Anne Frank's place? And he's
Believers or something.
Yeah, he signed a book for all the believers. Or say, like, if Anne Frank was alive today, she'd be a believer.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, she'd be like 96. It's like, she would not be liking you.
Well, everyone's liking in their answers.
Okay.
Answers. Okay.
Man, I the Anne Frank one's actually throwing me out a bit because I remember I did study English literature at school, but we did Wilfred Owen.
Yeah.
Wilfred Owen.
I did Wilfred Owen.
Yeah.
They were great.
And so Wilfred Owen was from my hometown.
Well, he wrote depressing poems.
He did because he's from my hometown.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. What a surprise. Some of the Beach Boys aren't from
Yeah. Basically, the war was a break for Wilfred Owen. But I remember my teacher saying in school, saying Wilfred Owen died 2 weeks before the end of the war. And this girl in the class goes, he must have been gutted.
Man, that is a great call.
It is very good.
When the ones stay with you from school,
Yeah.
they're great.
It stayed with me because I was the only one who found it funny.
I remember once at school, a girl was yelling. She was like, I'm cheering for the opposing football team at our school. And I went to boarding school and they had these big wet rolls. Like the rolls weren't wet, they had big red rolls with sausages in it. It had been raining and the rolls were wet. And this girl got up to yell at us, just go, "Boy, shut up," like that. And this kid threw this roll and it kind of floated in the air and landed on her shoulder without her knowing. Kind of like, so it was kind of like a cartoon. Like she was yelling and then the roll landed there. And then she kind of looked at it "Whoa!" like that. Yeah.
Without it knowing.
That will stick with me forever, watching this roll just go through the air and land there beautifully. It was so fun.
So
Okay.
there's big adverts for, look, if you try hard at school, you can achieve what Kappa and I have achieved, 32 consecutive episodes on YouTube.
Stuart D's done a bit of a dog move. As soon as Susan locked hers in, Stuart D locked his in straight away.
Oh, what's Susan guessed?
Yes. Susan. Okay. No, Susan, I did not mean the start of his second term. I did not mean that. It wasn't the start of his second term. Okay, so, Ian, what are you going to get?
I'm so conflicted. I'm so conflicted. That Anne Frank thing has thrown me out. Let's go with 1943. 1943.
Okay. Have a beer, guess the year. This year is 1945. Yes.
Damn you.
Susan was right again.
Wow. Well done,
The
Susan
only thing that
Williams.
put her off was I didn't tell her which term Roosevelt was. The moment I told her, she did. Stuart D, the biggest dog ever.
I was writing that before she said it.
No. Congratulations, Stuart D. Also, congratulations, DJ XR6. I'm surprised the amount of beers that DJ XR6 drinks that he is not, he's able to fight. So, good work, buddy.
I like people that
Stuart D, you got it as well. Stuart D, sorry.
people have settled into their guesses like an old slipper. Like they're dropping off the century. They're not saying 90, they're saying 43 AD. It's just they're dropping off the 19.
Oh, man.
So good. So good.
So you were 43, but you could have changed your mind.
I don't from 42 and 42.
Too early.
I was really conflicted because the World Bank, I kind of sense would have been after the war.
It was,
Yeah, so that was really, but then I thought it would have been 47, 48. And then I'm Frank.
It was a very hard year to research because the first
What was going on?
9 months is just World War II and then something next to it. That was it. The first 9 months.
I would have loved in your bloomers. In what year? This year, World War II finished. Clue 1.
World War II.
Yeah. Hippie long stockings and teasmates.
Yeah.
No, teasmates were invented. Radio alarm clocks. Oh, imagine getting a radio alarm clock in 1945. But the Allies are advancing. Get out of bed.
Just bad news. And then after getting woken up from so many bombs going off at night, then it wakes you up and then gives you bad news. It's like, why did I buy this piece of shit?
My grandmother is still alive. She was 9 at the outbreak of the Second World War. She spent years 9 to 15 in the second most bombed city outside of London. Just bombs hailing down every night in the Blitz. She went to school in between the period and left school at 15 in 1945. And people this year were worried about online learning. It's like, no, remote learning, kids are missing a day of school because of a climate protest, last year. And it's like, mate, it doesn't matter. I mean, my grandmother is stupid, but no, you're not, if you're tuning in. You're very good at crosswords.
My grandfather was in the same era, and he said one night that him and his family, his dad goes, oh, will we go back into the bunker tonight, Dad? And he's like, I'm tired of sleeping in the bunker. Let's just sleep in our beds. If we die in our beds. And he told us that story when we were kids, like it was like gotta go to bed. I was like, oh my God. And I thought it was a cool story. It wasn't until I got older, I'm like, wow, that's a really dark story.
Yeah, my grandmother used to say, like, they'll go down the shelter when the air raid siren went and hope to find their family in there. So she had 11 siblings, and presumably because they could afford to lose a few. And they just go down and then try and pick out your family and like, oh, there's 5 of us. Oh, they must have gone to the other shelter. And it's like, but you wouldn't know till next morning.
Oh, God. Anyway, guys, it's been having a beer Join us for more good times next week. We're still going. I don't know when we'll end this, but we should in at least somewhere this week.
We should. Well done as well, Clint. That is going to get 1945. Correct. That is very fine word. And lovely to see you all tonight, and lovely to see all of the wonderful people who came here in person as well. We will surely be coming from another venue. If you're not on our Facebook group, Kappa is the gatekeeper. You'll have to approach him online, butter him up. Yeah, I think you're the admin.
I think you're an admin as well, aren't you?
No, I don't think so.
Probably people wanting to get in.
Yeah, could you make me an admin? I mean, probably this is the same.
I'm pretty sure I made you an admin.
This is going to be like when I was like in my early 20s and I went to Spain on holiday on the coach, and about 2 hours in the coach drive, I realised I left my mobile phone at home. And after 2 weeks holiday, I got home to 2 text messages, both from Virgin Mobile. That was it. So that's what's you're gonna check it and go, no, there's no wrong. So, but if you would like to join up, and all the details will be shared there, and we'll sign out for another How to Be Against the Year, episode number 32.
Yes. See you then.
Bye. How do you switch off this thing?
End screen.